Ain't no pressure. Okay. Ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure. Okay. Ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure, bitch. Ain't no pressure, bitch. Ain't no pressure, bitch. Ain't no pressure. 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 Simply your bitch. Simply your bitch. Simply your bitch. Ay, simply your bitch. We be in the murders. And for the coach. We be in the murders. And we is a coach. Ain't no pressure, 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 ain't no murder, ain't no murder. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. Ain't no pressure, 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 ain't no pressure till it's over. Ain't no pressure.
Backseat, that's my shit,
Wait,
bro.
dude, was that the one you played? You played that one morning. We were smoking. You had sent him some joints, and he was playing them on the speaker.
All right, I got you right now. Check this shit. Oh wait, you want to send it to me?
My phone.
Oh shit.
I'm connected to the Bluetooth.
Which one? I got. You got. Oh, here you go.
Song mixed. I need an
Did it pop up on your Mac?
No, I'm not. Send it to my phone.
I did. I did that first.
My phone was closed.
Oh,
Papa, where you going?
I just did it again. Oh wait, no, I just learned something cool, bro. Look, hold on, give me your phone.
Yeah. You gotta click.
I'm doing it right. That is fucking crazy. Yeah, that's what tripped me out, bro.
Excuse me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live on the No Pressure Records Network.
Bitches in the backseat. My bitches in the backseat. My bitches in the backseat. Feet up on the headrest. Tell me what you want from me so I can get it. Tell me where to drive you, but you know my GPS.
Let's go.
We go to distance. Tell me if you wanna ride. I can come and get you slide. I was running late, no surprise. Still I gotta wait for the light. I don't wanna cruise through what I'm feeling for you lately. Can't be too neutral about my feelings for you, baby. Baby, trust me now. It's crazy, backseat drive. And baby, crash this time.
Yeah.
Bitches in the backseat.
Like you really made a song. Look, come on, see, look, people in the back. Like this is dope. You really made a song for all the homegirls just to. Hey, we in the backseat, bitch. You drive. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be chilling in the backseat. Yeah, I think you man tell you the vibe. I already see it in your video. You gonna make a dude drive. He has to do all.
Let it play.
Tell me if you wanna ride. I can come and get you slide.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Late, no surprise. Still I gotta wait, what a lie. I don't wanna cruise.
Only on the No Pressure Records Network. We got the vibe.
Neutral about my feelings for you, baby. Trust me now. It's crazy, backseat drive. And maybe crash this time.
World premiere.
Oh well.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what the
Man.
fuck going on. Only on the No Pressure Records Network do we get bops like that. Come on,
Man.
you feel me? It's a beautiful Saturday night, February 1st, and we in here with my good family. But before we get started, y'all already know the motherfucker drill. Go ahead and click that link and subscribe. Stay up to date with everything No Pressure. We uploading on a daily basis. We back to doing that. So make sure that notification bell is on so every time we drop it goes straight to the phone. You know what I'm talking about? I got my homies in here with me today. You feel me? My good peoples. We got the whole studio filled up with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So before we get started, y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves. I know you're familiar.
Yeah, I'm already.
But go ahead, introduce yourself anyway.
You already know it's fresh. You know, fresh on Instagram. You already know to tap in with me, artists. If you need shows, you need to get right. Need some booking. You need some marketing. Need some branding. Holla at me. Tap in with me. All right. And then also, if you need to get your credit right to make sure you want to start your own label, holla at me. I got you. We gonna talk business. Yeah, that's me, fresh. Bingo.
Stop playing.
Fresh for like 100.
And for our special guest in the house, introduce yourself to the world. You feel me?
Hi, my name is Enjonu. Happy Black History Month.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Happy Black History Month.
Great way to start the month off too. You feel me? We in here.
That is.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I'm
all
trying to
that.
do it the same way he did it. He introduced himself very well.
Yeah.
My name is Enjonu, and it's at ENJONU, like everywhere if you want to find me. So, yeah.
Dope. We
Cannot
here.
come to me to get your credit right, though. Sorry. I'm not the one, or the two, or the three for that matter.
She gonna guide you to me.
I keep reaching across the table.
Oh, you good? That's what I was trying to say. Last time we was trying to turn it, you know?
Yeah,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, leave
But
that.
nah, we in here, and you know what? That was Backseat, right? That was the name of the Backseat we just heard. You know, and I heard that I got the, the exclusive, you feel me, from Fresh, you feel me? And we played that a week ago, and we were bopping to it all morning. Like, we were smoking, cleaning up the studio, and that was on repeat. And, that record right there is very refreshing. I love the beat. I love the singing on there and stuff, too. I love the lyrics. I love everything about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me give another round of applause. You know what I'm saying? But can you talk a little bit about that record?
You know what? I usually take my music so serious. And a friend of mine, he really just challenged me to have fun with the music, and that's what happens when I'm having fun.
What do you mean by not? You take it super serious. You trying to bar everybody out. You feel me? I know it. I heard you rap at the show. I'm like, you cut from that cloth. You feel me?
Definitely from the prove it era. So I'm always trying to prove it, but it's just like he have fun, like get loose, just experiment a little bit. So the next project that I'm working on anyway is just me having fun, like just doing whatever. I think the name is still going to be Give Me Something Fun to Do.
Give me something fun to do. Coming soon.
Coming soon.
You feel me?
Sooner.
All that, yeah, sooner than later. You feel me? No, but that's dope, and that was the first attempt to just letting go.
Letting go, having fun. Yes, I just sent him something else where I'm just attempting to have fun.
You try to show the world. We could get into it. Though. We could play. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's. I
be trying to get the
I'm
artist.
sorry on this one, y'all. I cannot give this one away because this one is special and how she just made it. I can't do it. I'm gonna play it just for the background off cameras. They get a taste, but on
Yeah, y'all
cameras,
just
I'm
don't
sorry.
get to see that part.
Not
Y'all don't
this
get
one.
to see that part.
Sorry, y'all.
You know?
Can't do this one.
You know what I'm saying?
This is too far.
I didn't decide this, by the way.
Oh wait, see.
No, it's fine. He's doing what's in my best interest.
Okay. Okay, cause
Trust me. Watch when y'all hear it in the background.
I'm not tripping. Y'all go hear it just at different times. You feel me? We in here, no pressure record. We get the exclusive. We get all the. You feel me? You gotta be here. But no, that's dope. And have you taken that advice with you since then?
Absolutely. Nothing that I've made since that conversation has been me trying too hard. Like I'm really just having fun. So maybe I'm not too focused on lyrical prowess sometimes, and I'm just so focused on cadence and how I'm flowing on something and how I make myself, and I would hope that I make other people feel. So I want them to feel how much fun I had doing this. I want to have some music I can get up on stage and kind of jump around to have a little bit of a time, because the stuff that I performed at the show, it was a little serious.
That's I heard, but that made my spidey senses tingle. I'm like,
yes, it was a little
intense.
intense.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I don't want it to be so intense this time.
Yeah.
I want to,
Okay.
shimmy.
I can respect that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's definitely something it sounds sexy, it sounds fly, it sounds like background music when you're out in an outing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
you put that on payday while you feel me, you about to get in track. It's that feel good. You
Exactly.
feel
I was
me?
just about to say that feel good music.
And
That
you
feel good.
naturally and sometimes that's hard to find naturally. You kind of just gotta unnaturally. I guess when you try to go for it, you don't get it, but when it just happens, it just happens, and I think that's beautiful, and it shows with this song completely, and I love it. But at the show, you feel me? So do you have to turn the competitive side on and off sometimes? You
Yes.
find yeah.
But it's so interesting because the competitive side is like geared towards myself. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I look in the mirror and I'm like my worst critic, my worst enemy, my worst. Like I am the villain and the hero in the saga. It's like I'm fighting with myself. So the competitive, it's always there. Like I always want to challenge myself to do better, but yes, like turn it off, make it simple, make it enjoyable, make it feel good. Like you
Yeah,
said, yes,
yeah.
I have to turn that off sometimes. Like
Yeah.
stop. Like okay, got it.
You know, it's sometimes it's like your superpower could be a gift and a curse sometimes.
Right.
You know, and so I get because I completely relate to that. You know, because we just had this conversation in the studio, and it's like, sometimes I don't want to metaphor you out or just be super subliminally deep and poetic every time. I could just express how I feel straight to the point. And I feel like that's when you get those hits. I feel like every good hit or a song that does well, something relatable in there, something that you gravitate towards it. I guess not all the time, but for me, the music, it's always some type of meaning,
Right.
even if it's not, so in your face. But no, that's dope. And really representing for the female MCs. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of female rappers, and I love a lot of them. But what I've seen a lot at shows, and this could just be my experience, a lot of it sounds the same sometimes. Like, and same for the niggas too, but for the ladies, like when you got on stage, it's a clear difference. And
It's like a different cadence.
It's
It's a different
nigga,
cadence.
it's a different skill level. I would, nigga, what the fuck? I just gotta keep it a stack. It seems like from when I heard, as soon as we heard it, it was like, what? Where you been at? You feel me? Like you should be performing, like what doing your thing. And not to say that you aren't, but it's like where'd you to my point is like, how'd you find hip hop? When'd you get into it? The early days, and just like what made you?
That's a good question.
I'm a rap. I'm gonna
People
go for
never
it.
ask that anymore. They don't care. They just be
Hey.
like, "When's the next album drop?"
Hey.
Like,
We the
That's
nerdy
a passion for
podcast.
Yeah. We want to know
Yeah,
what
we love the
started you. How
hip-hop
did you
shit.
get started? Yeah, I like that one.
oddly enough, I can remember as far back as like 4 years old listening to Wu-Tang with my dad. Like it's
Shout out
this
to
one,
Wu-Tang.
it's this one specific scenario that like constantly plays in my head, and we like in the garage. I got on like my little baby overalls, and I think we're in the garage listening to Brooklyn Zoo. Like that specific beat has been stuck in my head since I was like 4 years old.
That's crazy.
And it took me, obviously to getting older and going on LimeWire to like find a song. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the song, this is the song. But hip hop has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember, and I've always been a writer, but I never thought I had the voice for it. And when I got to middle school, like my friends encouraged me to just go for it. They like, we like your voice. We think you could actually like do it. So I'm like, all right. And then I sat in the house and I just kind of like beat myself to a pulp trying to figure out how to do it right. So much so to now, I'll take a song that I wrote for a completely different beat and I'll just train myself to be able to rap it over anything. Which is a skill set that I think we have lost. Like just training ourselves up as rappers anyway is a lost art because people don't look at rap as an actual skill set anymore. Like
Right.
it's just like, oh, everybody can do it. Anybody can do it. It's
the
like,
content,
can they? Can they do it?
I mean, everybody can shoot the basketball, but everybody can't hoop. You know what
No,
I'm
for
saying?
Well, I mean, there is a difference between being a rapper and being an artist.
It's been so watered down though, 'cause,
Feel
me?
and I think we're seeing, and I'm glad you said that because I think we're seeing like for the first time hip hop 50 years old.
Right.
We haven't even seen a full cycle of what it is. So we've seen it become nothing into something, into the number one genre for the last decade. So that comes with mainstream issues that get in all what we're witnessing it right now, right?
Right,
So,
right.
I don't know if you can agree, but I like to think that we're approaching like a renaissance in music.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
us, like the it's only certain people cut from a certain piece of cloth that want to push the culture and the movement forward and stand on. You feel me? We've only had to dumb it down, or feel like we've had to dumb in a ways to appease mainstreams, media or content, or trying to find a hit, or all the other things that come into being an artist. Like nah, like sometimes it could just be about the music, the art, the bars, the rap. I don't know. How do you feel? How you feel in the state of hip hop? Before we get back into your journey.
I feel like hip hop as a thing, it essentially just got turned into the trap house. Really, truly, we turned it into crack music.
Yeah.
And what do you have to do when your consumer base gets too big? You gotta cut it with something, and that's essentially what we've done for the past like decade and a half. We just been cutting it with whatever works, and also you find that the people in executive positions and the people that are in positions of power in hip hop ain't got nothing to do with the culture. So they cutting it with what they think is cool and what they think is their culture, and it looks fun to them or it sounds good to their ear. And in that, you get just this saturation, like this big boom, and that's cool to a certain extent. Now it's like, again, everybody got access to a microphone. Everybody think that the next best thing. Everybody is just so quick to feel like they can and they will do the things that they've seen the greats do. And again, it's just no technical skill set there. Nobody's actually learning how to craft a really good hip hop song.
Right.
Songs are getting shorter, but they're getting shorter not because they have to. Like, yeah, people's attention spans do suck, but at a certain point, if it's a record that's going to keep me engaged, I don't care how long it is. Nobody does. Like, if it's a record that's gonna keep
It's a
pulling
good song.
me back, I'm gonna keep going to that song, and that's just a lost art. Like, hip hop in itself really is a lost art. Now we got to go to the senseis and the higher ups and like teach me how to rap for real.
Like, they're
That's
kind of
crazy.
like,
Yeah.
they I feel like there's there's a bunch of people out here still trying to push the culture forward, and like the OGs, sometimes I wish. How do I want to say it? I feel like some of the OGs at times, maybe it's not affecting us right here, but they might have turned their back on hip hop. It got so crazy, and they like, nah, we not even. And it's like, no, we over here too. We holding it
Hurt
down.
people.
You feel me? And it's kind of like, KRS-One was saying that about the Grammys. Like, I'm not coming to celebrate y'all. Where was y'all at the other 49 years? You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I feel that, and everything you saying is dope. Cause we get to talk about hip hop tonight, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I love
Hip hop talk tonight.
cause some artists just aren't. I get to check your temperature off a couple questions, like, okay, how far are they willing, and what are we talking about? What kind of interview is this gonna be? And sometimes it's just kind of just straight to the point about yourself. But like when you able to like talk some shit, like that's what this is for. You heard?
Because I don't think it's just about me. And I think that that's another thing that's lost on rap and hip hop as a whole. It was always about the community. We didn't really start getting to a point where people were rapping just about themselves until you find us in like the early 2000s. Around the early 2000s, you see more of it being a pop out about us having access to money, cars, clothes, hoes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they took that and they put it on steroids at this point, because it's kind of like hip hop was supposed to expose you to the things that were going on in the life of the common man. People that were consuming hip hop and rap were supposed to be able to connect and have a sense of familiarity with the music.
Right.
I cannot listen to you talk about a $15,000 Birkin bag when if I had $15,000, a purse is not what I would buy with it. I'm not buying a purse with $15,000. Like when people like, oh, I got the 2 G-Wagons, I got the 2 Ferraris, I'm like, all them cars in your yard could build a community center in an urban area. Build an apartment complex in an urban area. It could literally give jobs to people who are jobless in your spaces. So I never am ever going to be the type that's running behind the fact that it's the money, it's the fame, it's the popularity, which is also why you never see me. Because I'm a hermit in my own right. Like, I do what I do in my spare time, and I do this in my free time as well because I love it. But I've not reached that place where I should be. I hate when people tell me that. They like, you should be so much bigger. I'm like,
Hate that.
No.
What does that mean? Yeah, no. God got
Like,
me
no.
where I'm supposed to be right
exactly. It's purposeful. If I'm not there yet, it's because I don't have no business being there yet.
now. We
And
just
at
taking
what
the
cost?
stairs. Yeah.
Like, I'm not willing to sell out. I'm not willing to sell out myself. I'm not willing to sell out my people. I'm not willing
That's
to
your
sell out
moral
my
line
needs.
right
I'm not
there.
willing. Exactly. I'm not
Exactly.
willing to toe the line for that. It's just not going to happen. And if that's something that you can't subscribe to, or you feel like I'm an old head, or you feel like I'm a whatever, that's fair. Because I feel like the foundation that our forefathers in hip hop laid for us, that's where the standard needs to always be. They literally wouldn't let you play this game unless you were the best at the game.
Right,
They
exactly.
wasn't playing. Nas was 16 years old, rapping like an adult man.
Man.
Bar
And
shit.
he had to prove himself to the people who were essentially in charge, the gatekeepers.
And nowadays it be so backwards. I got more followers than you, so now, you know,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you know, we not basing it off of skill anymore.
No, it's
You
about
know?
your talent or what can you make go viral. You know?
And once that is the main thing, we got. Look, you know, I just heard LeBron saying this, and I've been repeating it all year. Keeping the main thing, the main thing. The main objective to hip hop is you just broke it down. You feel me?
Who said that again?
LeBron said that.
Okay,
He was on an
shout out to
interview with
LeBron.
him, KD, and Curry. He was like,
Okay.
to last long in this game for 20 years and to be here, you gotta. It's by keeping the main thing, the main thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this year, going into this year, you know, doing all this, you know, as a moving around as an artist, there's 1,000 things you're trying to get done and reach all your goals, right? And sometimes you get to not moving in your purpose. And I
Right.
feel like that's where I
Yes.
was at in a hamster wheel. Like, yeah, I'm dropping, I'm doing all this. But I'm like, I haven't sat down and just made sure I'm moving in my purpose. What do I want to accomplish? What's the end goal? You know what I'm saying? And you on your journey this far, you know, I want to bring it back to where you know, you with your pops, you playing Wu-Tang and everything. When was the first time you started, you know, writing your raps and getting into the studio and, you know, and all that part of it?
Okay.
You know,
First time I wrote a real rap, I was in the 6th grade.
okay.
I'm so glad I don't remember it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was waiting for you to like start spitting.
No,
I was like, you about to-
absolutely not. I'm so glad I don't remember it. But it was so like, looking at it now, it's very like, ugh. But I was just starting. I was just trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to bring to the table, essentially. Then by the time I got to high school, I realized just how unique my sound was, like my voice, just my vocal tone by itself. And I went to the studio, one time when I was in high school. I told everybody I could rap. They didn't believe me because I'm a goofball. So, they're like, ain't no way you rap. And then I told them I could rap. And they actually listened. They was like, oh, damn, like, you really spitting for real. And I'm like, yeah, I told you I could rap. And they're like, but you saying it with a smile on your face, so we didn't take you seriously. But also, I like that, too, because... yeah, I like being unsuspecting. I like showing up in a room or a studio session and I'm just there and they like, so who's here to rap and who's here to do what? And I'm like, oh, me. And they're like, okay, cool. And then I go and they're like,
You get up there, it is fucking.
I had no idea this is what you were going to do. Right. I had no idea this is what you was going to do. But it's cool being unsuspecting. Like, I don't even like dressing like a rapper per se. Because, again, I'm just... what I wear to the show overall?
And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to have the rap starter kit on, you know, everywhere you go. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I know they make that a thing. You feel me? It's like so many people got good at looking like a rapper now. It's just an aesthetic thing. So it's like
That's the labels, though.
Yeah.
The labels told us, the labels expressed to us that faking it till you make it was the way to get the job done. When in reality, people like to be able to say that they came up with this person. That's how you get to the point where we're at with, like, the Kendricks of the world, where people are like, y'all catching them now, he about to do the Super Bowl. I remember he did a concert. It was 6 niggas in there. Y'all wasn't. But it's the journey. You feel like you grew with them. You feel like you know this person. You don't know Kendrick, but you feel like you did because you went to that 6-man concert. You was one of them 6. You was like, okay, he the one. He the one. But that I pop out already. I got jewels. I got this. I got that. They like, where'd you come from? You're an industry plant. But this is what the industry lied us and said that they wanted to see. People who are already paid, good camera quality, great videos. Like, what happened to the bad quality videos where it was just one dude that y'all hung out with that had a camera, didn't really know what he was doing, but he shot the video.
Oh, God.
And y'all put it on YouTube. And maybe it only got 200 clicks, 200 likes, 200 views, but you put the video out and now you go back and it got 1 million on it because you've grown with your fan base. You let your music just do what it needs to do, resonate and hit where it needs to hit, which is why I was super not adamant. Look, no, we doing a thing. Let's go back. We was talking about the journey. The journey. I recorded one time in high school in my homeboy's closet, and I was like, this is it. Like, that closet, being in that closet was the best feeling in my life. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And then I became an adult, and I was like, whoo, doing it is not. It ain't just, it's not just this.
It's not just this at all.
It's not just this. You got to do that 10,000 hours and then do it again, and then do it one more time, and then do it one more time. Do it one more time.
Do a camera check.
We gonna do camera check?
Real quick, I did. Excuse me for cutting you off. I didn't want to miss anything. It's at
No,
the
you're fine.
30-minute mark. Okay.
We've been talking for 30 minutes?
That fast, huh?
Damn. Don't feel like it at all.
No, it don't. It don't at all.
This has been a pleasant interview thus far.
Yes.
Welcome back to the No Pressure Record Network. And we're locked in right now. You feel me? Emerald Valley. Oh, yeah? That's how you do it. Yeah. You know, shout out to the youngin' in the house. You feel me? We got the kids in the house tonight too. You feel me? Enjoying this beautiful Saturday night. But continue with what you were saying before you were really interrupted.
When I got out into the real world and I started really doing music, I realized not only how competitive it was, but like how trifling it could get. Like, I remember I met an artist. They worked for Enter record label here, and he was talking to me about how he was signed under the contract and he was literally not able to work with no other record labels, but he wasn't getting paid because he wasn't writing no hits, and he was like, I'm on public assistance. I won't say the name of what public assistance it was, but he was like, I'm on public assistance. I got 4 roommates. We still working like 2-3 odd jobs, and he's signed to a label. Like, when you go to the thing, his name was on the label. Like, what artist was signed to them, and they wasn't letting him put no projects out. Essentially, I realized like you can get into this game and immediately get shelved. If you didn't have what they were looking for or what was required, you could immediately get shelved.
Facts.
Scary too.
But I was doing the same thing that everybody else was doing. I was recording when I found time or when I had people who I could, trust and like be in the record like studios with. Obviously they was all in people's closets. We didn't have the money and tools and stuff like that. But I was recording what I could. I was putting it on YouTube, and somebody from Enter record label named here, as soon as I turned 18, because I guess they had found me when I was 17. And as soon as my 18th birthday lapsed, they had me come in and they asked me, did I want to do the same thing? Do you want to have a writer deal where we sign you for 5 years, you write for us, and you can. But that's how long it was back then. But that's probably how long it is now. I don't know.
Probably still is. I wouldn't doubt it.
Probably longer.
Shit.
But they wanted to sign me they wanted to ink me for a what is it called? No competition or non-competitive. Like, I couldn't go and work with other labels. I was going to be signed in for 5 years. They was going to give me like a $2,500 advance. Not $25,000. $2,500. And they was going to sign me for 5 years, and I was going to write. And then after I wrote, they was going to see, if they wanted to sign me back on. Also, this was a writer's contract that was also a 360, so they was gonna own my name, my likeness, for me being a writer, not an artist, just
so
a
your
writer.
Music and everything you do, they get it. So go ahead and drop. We gonna collect.
We gonna collect.
Go ahead and drop some merchandise. I wish you would.
Coming to get it. So I was just like,
crazy.
No, I'm okay.
Hey, artists, I hope y'all catching this fresh game that she's spitting out, y'all. Y'all better
And
take
they
note.
fearmonger. So like when I told them I was good, they was like, "You gonna wish you had signed it?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, I can go make $2,500 at a job, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Right, exactly.
and then you turn in what I love into a job, like just like that.
Exactly.
It's gonna fry my brain because I'm gonna feel like I have to write for y'all instead of writing for myself, which I
Exactly.
feel is that component that is missing in the industry right now. Again, you know, Tyler said it in his interview. Everything, the soundscape right now, everybody sound identical, and it used to be like you could tell where somebody was from based off what they sound like.
Facts.
Now it's like nigga from Detroit could sound like he from LA. Somebody from the East Coast could sound like he from Detroit. Well, that's technically the East Coast, but like a nigga from New York could sound like he from Detroit.
Yeah, I know what
A
you mean.
nigga from
Yeah.
the South could
Vice
sound like he
versa.
from the West Coast, and you like where are you from? Like I want to hear your roots and what it is that you do. And I think for me, it's been a journey to say consistently West Coast. Like it don't matter what I tackle. Like I want you to even be able to hear in my inflections, like, oh, you from the West. Like just the way you curve your word or you say this, like I could tell where you from. I want you to always know where I'm from. But it's inherent in the tracks that I choose. Like he was telling me earlier, my beat selection is always, and I'm like, it's preferential. Like I pick them on purpose. Like I don't just whatever somebody give me. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever you gonna give me, just give me. No,
No.
if it don't hit a switch, I'm like, this is not the one.
And you know that in like 10 seconds.
10
of playing
seconds.
this out. Boom. I'm cool.
It be like 10 seconds because it's damn near, and I don't know if this is for everybody else, but for me, you hit play, and if it's for me, it's almost like the song was already pre-written.
Already made. I already know what I'm gonna do.
I had already wrote this song. I just was waiting for this beat to come on so I could be like, oh, there it go, there it go. If it don't do that,
So
it's,
accurate. You say it exactly how I be trying to explain it. I'm like, nah, bro, just next. Even when the homies is cooking and they're making a beat, I'll be like, we cool next. You know what I'm saying? Just based off, we not gonna waste time. I don't want to waste
exactly.
time. You feel me?
Exactly. You
None
said
of
the right
that.
words.
Like, it's not. It didn't sizzle on my spirit at all. You feel me? I'm ready to go. You feel me? So what? So, I want to know like, what? Who are a couple of your influences? You don't got to name me a top 5 or nothing. Just throw out some names that.
thank God. I don't
feel
like
me?
that.
That's
People
too much
like,
pressure,
oh,
right?
who's your top 5? And I'm like, forever? Like,
Yeah.
it
That's
might
an ex-
change in 2 years. Like, you never know. Definitely forever in my top 5, and one of my influences, Tupac.
Okay.
Like, that's not ever, ever, ever gonna change. If you go back and you listen to my music, you could definitely hear him in there. I've like melded me and Tupac together
Yup.
to make a me, right?
Yup.
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow, dope.
Also, can we please not act like Bow Wow influenced every single rapper at some point that's out at this point? Like, Bow Wow was the cheat code, unfortunately, especially if you grew up around the time that Bow Wow was out. Like, you got remnants of Bow Wow in you. I don't know what to tell you. He was our shining star, honestly. He came out.
I went to buy the CD in Target, all that.
Look,
What was the one with him on the front with the dog in the brown jersey?
Beware
Ain't
Dog.
that his first album?
Yeah,
Was
Beware
it?
Dog.
Yeah. I want to cop that. I was excited too. Feel me? That was and you know what? I don't think he get the credit he deserve.
He does not. Y'all better put some respect on
I
Bow
don't
Wow's
think
name.
Bow Wow get the credit he deserve.
Put some respect on little Bow Wow's name.
Hey, shout out to
Yeah.
Bow Wow, man. Shout out to Bow Wow.
I did see him on tour like a couple months ago, and it was jumping. So I'm like, good for you, my nigga, because he got some hits. He got some hits. But
For sure got hits.
to your point though, I forgot what you.
I was about to say we was talking about influences.
Influences.
So,
Yeah. Keep keep going. Go ahead. That was 2.
Yeah.
You don't have to get 5. Just
I was gonna say because I know you have a different type of side to you when it comes to music. So you're not just in that rapper's lane. So I wanted you to like really think about what he's saying, like switch it up, like really dig deep into your bag, like who really influenced you to,
It isn't
like, you know what I'm saying, like get a sound like. But I'm just talking like a
Stevie.
different sound because she got so many sounds, bro. You feel me?
You
And
said
that's
Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
There's only one Stevie.
Yeah, there's only one
My bad,
Stevie.
Stevie.
Stevie for sure. I don't know who I want to say because it's so.
It's
many.
okay. It's all right. Matter of fact, hey, shout out to the ones that don't get picked. You feel me? We gonna just do that right now, so you don't feel no type of way.
Roy Ayers is a really big.
Oh.
Yeah, Roy got some. He got some great stuff. Damn.
You gonna make people go back, be like, "Who's Roy Ayers?"
They need to. They should. They should. Who do I literally listen to like every day? DMX for sure. Sorry.
DMX.
He don't get enough. He don't put some respect on DMX now, please. Darkman X, rest in peace.
Man,
DMX.
Influences. Ooh, Anita Baker, Brandy.
Brandy, I love Brandy.
oh yeah, that's a good. Yeah, no, that's a good.
I used to have
That's
the
a good
biggest
one.
crush on Brandy growing up.
You had a crush on Brandy or Moesha?
Stupid.
Brandy.
In the hot
Like
seat.
Brandy.
Brandy or Moesha, go.
I had to real quick. That was comedy. Go ahead.
Who else is another big influence? I mean, Erykah Badu, obviously. Lauryn Hill. Babe.
Hey, hey, little man said Erykah Badu. Yeah. With you having those influences, where did you grow up at? Actually, in what L.A., Los Angeles. My
You
bad.
know what? I've lived in like 3 different places in LA. I've lived in Watts. I've lived in Compton for a time. I've lived in like LA, close to the Crenshaw district. I've lived in the area that shall remain nameless. I don't want nobody gangbang on me after this interview. Yeah, I've lived in some places. But I've lived in quite a few areas in LA. So I got a little bit of everybody in me. It's interesting how that works, because it really is like LA, but when you start cutting and pasting and cutting stuff out, they all sonically are very different. Like, you got the jazz section over here, you got people who are predominantly like party or like blue. Some people are like blues influenced. It just depends on what section you in. And when it all comes together, it sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Quite frankly,
And you
we
get
love
culture.
the West.
Yeah. There's nothing better than the West. Come on. We run this shit right now. Joey Badass, shut the fuck up. You know. I fuck with Joey, but hey, shut the fuck up. You feel me? We really rapping right now. You feel me? And I don't know. I'm just not impressed with this.
You
shit
know
he
what's
be dropping.
crazy? People hate us. The West, we get
That's
so
what
much hate.
I'm like, Joey.
We
We've
get
been
so much
supporting
hate,
you.
bro.
You the backpack nigga. We've been putting you on.
But it just don't feel good. Like, you know what it feels like? It feels like the equivalency of like when the West is up, somewhere niggas is like, man, them West Coast niggas. I'm like, dang, what did we do, bro?
Cause we be quick to fuck. Detroit niggas is up. Everybody out here rapping on Detroit beats. You know, this side up. You know, and we show love. I don't know. I feel like me and all the homies, we be excited to put niggas on somebody else from a different section. You know, even but yeah, it's like
But that's
the
our
West.
biggest mistake, and I will say that
That
as an
too.
artist from LA, from the West Coast. Y'all be too quick to champion other niggas from other places and not y'all own. And then when it comes time to collect, y'all be like, we don't have no support. We don't have this. We don't have that. That is absolutely positively y'all fault. Y'all will move with a nigga y'all don't know. A stranger
Fresh game.
from a different state, from a different country, before y'all move with the people that's in y'all section. And then when it comes time to get they just due, y'all be hollering about how y'all knew a nigga. Know a nigga. Don't do that. Stop doing that. Y'all want to build
I said
community?
weak sauce.
Do that. Y'all don't do it.
Don't do it. You better listen.
But that's that Hollywood stuff. Y'all be getting too highly influenced by people y'all don't know. Y'all go
These
around
false
Hollywood,
idols.
Hollywood niggas, and they start telling y'all to act Hollywood, and y'all do it, and y'all think that that's a listen. What goes up must come down, and the way you went up is the way you gonna fall. That's all I gotta say.
And you gonna need go ahead and act funny with artists like us or whoever. You know what I'm saying? But there's gonna be a point. It happens to everybody. It's how the universe works.
Right.
You gonna be at the Staples Center. It's gonna be yo shine, boom, nigga fresh. It gonna be me. Everyone's gonna have their turn, and you gonna need someone like us in a position to help. You feel me? Cause it goes up, it comes down. You know what I'm saying? So don't burn no bridges or do the Hollywood shit. Cause I'm here to work with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to network. We trying to make something happen. And like you said, community. Like it is when you don't have nothing or feel like you don't have fans or support or anything. Like you're not a part of something and be a part of the community. You feel me? Like that's what's going to uplift you. We supposed to
Exactly.
uplift us in Moreno Valley so the whole IE
Right.
can see us, and then so the whole West can see us, and so on and so forth. But have you what are some I know you come from this place of being an artist, and there's it's not just all, sunshine and rainbows and great songs. I know there's a lot of life that goes on with making music. What are some of like your if there's any like trials and tribulations you've had, some frustrations you've had dealt with, that you've had to separate yourself from on your journey this far with the music.
Well, one of my frustrations sitting in here right now, and he won't stop talking. No, baby, we trying to do this podcast.
Yeah, man. Let your mom do the podcast, all right,
I'd
bro?
be good. But
Shout out to my nephew.
just honestly, being a parent is a little bit of a frustration to move around, just because people are not necessarily considerate of your time when you're an artist. They feel like because you're an artist and you still trying to gain traction and you're trying to get your footing, that you just supposed to subscribe to everything that they want to do. And I absolutely will not. And I think that that's something that's very unusual for people. Like, I set boundaries, very clear boundaries when it comes to my career, what I will do, what I won't do, what I'm comfortable putting out into the world, because I have children. And people are just like, you don't want to kind of just, and I'm like, no, nigga.
Yeah.
The way you want your kids to see you later on in life, like, that's fine. I don't ever want to have to explain to my daughter or my son why mommy was talking about doing the stuff that she was talking about doing, and trying to get them to understand that, like, yes, I might have put it out into the world, but that's not me. And they like, but why would you let, other people's children listen to it? Why would you be comfortable influencing other people to walk in that likeness? So, yeah, no, I never want to have to go back and morally correct myself for the sins of my music. Sorry. Some people cool with it. I'm not. And also, just being a parent, I understand just how impressionable children are, and I understand what it looks like to really protect your children from certain, imagery and music. And it's almost damn near impossible at this point, because they are so heavily, on the internet. Even when they not around you, like, they got access to get it from somewhere else. Even if you took it from them, they would have a way to get access to it, like, if they wanted to.
You're not with them all day.
You get what I'm saying? So you can only protect them so much. And for me, the protection just starts at being able to put music out that if I hear my kids singing, I don't feel some type of way about. And there are songs where my kids will sing them in their mind. I'm like, oh, don't say that. So even moving forward, I'm having more fun and I'm cleaning things up. So yeah, everything. We're gonna try to keep it clean, except for backseat. That's dirty. But
See, that's not even
It's
not.
not.
It's not at all though.
But see, y'all don't think it's dirty, but it got curse words in it, so it's a little dirty.
See, I didn't even.
The only thing I
Didn't
get out of
even-
it is my bitches. My bitches in the backseat. But everything else is like words that people can
It wasn't
follow.
vulgar at all. I
Yeah,
think
that's
the
what
level
yeah.
of like
Yeah.
bullshit and how far people like. I just heard the Sexy Red song with Bruno Mars. I'm like, yo, I thought she couldn't like top herself, and she did. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, you say just whatever on these records, like, and they get mad when they're not letting you perform at the high school. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And it's like, and like everything you're saying, like, people will try to look at you crazy for saying that and
Yes,
standing on that,
yes,
and that
they
is
will.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? No, I just have a morals, like, and what I want to do, and that doesn't even take away from the art. As a matter of fact, it makes the art even more creative and dope because it's more introspective, and you're thinking about it like another layer below what the surface. And
Yeah.
I think that it's the easy way out sometimes.
Absolutely. Can I just say, for the record, all of the greatest music that's ever been made in the history of human being existence, it's very minimal curse words in it. All of my favorite everything's from way back when, which I have theories about that too. All the best music in the world was already made
Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's
because
see that.
real music stopped being made anyway. Like, we don't have real vocalists, we don't have real instrumentalists. We don't have a lot of people who do a lot of actual, like, tangible things. They can't, like, they can't tell you how many times they've had somebody train their voice or how many times they played a drum, or different conversation, different day. But that's just for me something that I'm just not willing to budge on. It's a boundary, and it's hard to have boundaries in music because everybody wants you to do the quick thing.
Right.
They want you to do the thing that's gonna get them paid the fastest. And for me, it's about longevity. Cause what doesn't make sense right now, in 10 years, it can make me a multimillionaire. It'd just be like randomly somebody of esteem or intelligence get a hold of a record, and I just
Out of here. You know.
everybody want it quick. Fast money ain't good money. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
Y'all know
You
that.
know that. Come on. And you
Our
know.
uncles is in jail for fast money. Y'all know better.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? And that's why it's, you had touched on, everything you're putting out. Like, that's important just to be able to, stand on it, love the music, and release it, right? And I think at a certain point, y'all out of here.
Yeah, we got it.
Bye.
Y'all be easy.
yeah.
I'll tap in with y'all tomorrow. I'll wait for the next episode. Go ahead and know that before we get back started.
Shit, go ahead. I got locked the door. You gonna get it?
Chill out. You out of here? Yep. All right. Welcome back. Nah, and so I do want to know. We having a good conversation.
I know, this is nice.
This is good because I'm not even like in my notes or anything. I don't feel the need to. And I think that's the. I'll say you can pour me some in the glass. Pour me some.
This
That's
guy.
right there.
This guy, man. Yeah, I swear, I'm thinking my boy reaching for the wings. He said, "Nah, give me that." Oh no, he didn't even know. No, we're gonna do that, bro. You already, bro. That's you.
I
You
do. I'm
good.
gonna eat some.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yep. So yeah, leave him there, nigga. You out of here? Yeah, tomorrow. Love you.
Don't yell that.
Hear me tomorrow.
I eat a healthy diet. I'm not a vegan no more. No, I'm not.
I'll make sure. I'm gonna be here too, man.
Hey, love you, fool.
You already know, family. Yes, sir, brother.
Tyler already bounced? Yeah, he out of here. He at the show.
Bye. Nice meeting
You
you.
already know.
Keep searching on your journey. Keep going. Go
Thank you. I will.
Take care.
Yep.
Take care of your mama, man.
Yep, we still good.
So if you want to, you can cut back in if you want to, whatever.
Yo, actually,
How did that work? They got out. So, like, how did this new generation of the Jeffersons end up back in?
you can hit. Is it recording?
No, I'm about to say you want
Yeah, go ahead. You can hit it.
I don't know.
Hey Siri, what does ASMR stand for?
Audio stimulation. No. What? Not you telling Siri, bro. Siri's wild. So
She's a fed.
ASMR don't have like an actual it's not an acronym.
No, so it does something that tingles something in your brain that makes it satisfying. With the sounds and
Isn't it?
some shit like I don't know, but I feel it because I watch those kind of videos all the time.
Which ones you be watching?
Like I like
With the slime?
the slime. I like the cleaning ones when they're like cleaning the floor. Yeah, the cleaning. Yeah, the pressure wash. Oh my God, the pressure washer videos, and they're doing the dirty and the food not so much.
I don't like hearing people smile.
That makes me so. I get on the homie. I'm like, bro, is it good food? Cause I can hear it from across the room, dog. Like, pet peeve, huge pet peeve.
Solidarity.
Yeah, you already know.
I cannot stand that. I'm like, bro, close your mouth. Only time I feel like you could get away with chewing out loud is if your nose is congested, and you better say something before. You better be like, I'm stopped up, so I can be like, all right, let me brace myself for the fact that you're gonna be like the entire meal. Like, let me move to a different room, something.
That's funny as fuck.
I'm like, make me not enjoy my meal.
Oh
no
nah,
more.
it'll ruin a meal. It'll fucking ruin it, especially if I'm high and I'm
'Cause you
just like
hear it,
hyper
like, you
focused.
so
I'm just like, that's torture.
I'll walk out the room.
You know, and I thought about things that would be torture.
Ooh, or if they gomp too loud,
Oh, yeah. I don't have it. Oh, my.
you could like hear it in their throat. I'm like, oh my God, why are you drinking like this?
That's what made me
Why are
throw
you
up.
drinking like this?
Anything like, you know what, the teeth scraping off the fork scares me. That
Yeah.
anything like that. I don't know, anything with eating, it would just bothers
I
me.
think it's a word for that. I think it's a word for when you can't like listen like audibly to other people eat.
It has to be so. Everything's diagnosed nowadays. It has a name for
Yeah,
it. So
somebody need to diagnose me.
yeah, because it will
I
spoil.
can't. I don't like it so bad that I've like gotten into a silent space just to make sure that I'm not eating loud. Like I've sat in my room before and been like,
Make sure I'm not drunk. That's funny as fuck.
I'm drinking. I'm like,
So if I'm doing it quiet, I know I'm not tripping.
look, I'm like, I need to make sure. Because you can't just show up and be a hypocrite. You like, I can't stand when y'all chew like that. And they like, you chew just like that. Like, no, you're not going to catch me out here
You're not
slipping.
gonna catch me, you know.
Chew
And
with
then
my mouth closed.
I got caught slipping and smacking some of my pop's ribs. You feel me? I'm tripping. They're like, damn, bro, relax. I'm like, y'all shut the fuck up. Y'all not finna tell me nothing, nigga.
You ain't going to shame me.
You're not gonna shame me, nigga. No, I'm the nigga that do that here, nigga. No,
Oh,
no,
man.
but that's funny. And you know, it's like, especially when we go out, I like to see when I go out with people at the dinner table. I've never been to dinner. I'm like, this is your test. There might not be another.
Bruh.
You might not come with me. You feel me?
Ever again. I also like to see how people treat staff when they out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll go out to eat with somebody and I won't even be your friend no more if I see you treating staff a very specific way. I'm like, interesting. You treating this person like they beneath you, which means that you in fact probably think that this person is beneath you.
So what do you think about me?
Exactly. I'm like, now I need to reassess how you feel about everybody in your life because this is just a waiter that you don't know. Like, they could be having a terrible day. They could have just lost somebody in their family and they still here busting the table for you and you treat them like that. Interesting.
Interesting.
You one of those.
And I don't like that. Or just like and it sucks when it happens on a date or something. It's just like, that's a big red flag. Like, I can't ignore that. I'm going to finish this date.
I ain't talking to you
crazy.
again.
That's crazy.
He
Like,
said, you're not getting the call back. Honey.
Yeah,
You're not getting the
no.
call back.
There's just certain things. You know, we were talking about this last night at dinner. Somebody was doing something at the table. He was like, "That's not etiquette." For we were laughing, and they were like, "Your mom ain't never teach you," and the homie was like, "They put me in etiquette classes." I'm like, "That's crazy." You know, I didn't know that was like a thing.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Etiquette, for sure. Etiquette classes. Debutantes, black debutantes.
Okay, so it's kind of the same thing, kind of just for everybody type of
Yeah,
thing.
for sure.
Yeah.
They got whatchamacallit, for girls, whatchamacallit, for young ladies, like etiquette classes looks like how to fold your legs properly, how to stand up without like somebody being able to look under your skirt, how to eat at a table properly. It's all kind of stuff. How to drink from a glass. Like these classes are still alive and thriving. People just don't take them because they don't feel like they have to. Also, that's definitely a thing that I want to be able to point out in our music as far as hip hop is concerned. It has gotten so classless. Like, I don't know. I really just appreciate what they did in the past because it was just, it made me feel a sense of pride about what we was doing. Like an overwhelming sense of pride. I'm like, look at how they carrying themselves. Look at how they showing
You're a
up.
rapper? Nah, you rap, nigga.
Exactly. Look at how you, like, again, there used to be esteem to it. People come ask you if you did music, and it was like, oh, man, you probably are amazing. Now it's like, you do music? All right, well, whatever.
Well, I don't like to follow people when you posting content and shit. I'm cool. I don't want to follow.
For sure. They like, what kind of content you posting? That's another thing I will say as an artist, and people don't like me for it, but I don't really care. I'm not big on content. I don't care. I'm not a content creator. I'm a musician. And for y'all to ask me to double down on giving people like the backstage pass into life, like, oh, they want to see you do stuff. When did this become a normal thing?
It wasn't.
I'm like, some stuff you don't know about D'Angelo And then the only way you did know it is because they dropped the documentary. Like, nobody was putting stuff on nobody's timeline. And, like, again, people are like, well, you have to subscribe to something in order to thrive. Please leave me alone. I've done research, and I know a bunch of artists that are not hip-hop based, because they selling us the dream. They not selling nobody else and no other genres the dream. But other artists that are not in hip-hop, not in rap, that don't make content, they still do regular stuff. They go on hikes and they post it. They eat breakfast with their family and they post it. They post what they doing on Halloween, Christmas, whatever, and they post it. They post their music, but they also just get to live like normal lives. It seems like hip hop has such a broad, large platform, and we got so much money coming into the space that we have to subscribe to what it is that they want to make them feel like we are valuable as artists. Like, don't do that, because I know that my absence from the internet is a thing. Like, people are paying attention to the fact that I ain't posted in months, and when I do come back, they like, so glad to have you back on my timeline. It's like a timeline cleanse, because I knew you was gonna come and just say what you wanted to say, and I'm like, you damn Skippy. I'm not coming to give you content. I'm not, like, I'll do some things that are content based, but setting up a content schedule where I'm dropping on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at this time, bite me. I got a real job.
Yeah.
I got a real job. I got a real job. I got real responsibilities. Like, I'm not a young couch surfing, like, starving artist. I'm not starving. That's number one. Number two, like, what I'm willing to do for a bag look different than what other people willing to do for a bag. It's a bunch of stuff I'm not willing to do for a bag. Y'all can have that bag. Again, at what cost? That's just my motto that I live by.
And then when I get it, I want to be here. Like, I've always thought about this. Like, I wouldn't want to blow up and then be in the studio with Kendrick, but he looks at us how we look at them. Them, you know, the ones aren't cut from that cloth. Not that there's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah,
but nothing wrong with it at all, you know, to a certain extent. But, you know, I want the peers and the people I looked up to look at me and be like, you're dope, or
Yes.
you're one of us, you know. And it's like everything you're saying right now, it's like, you know, sometimes I feel like people don't even think about that. They just trying to get to this bag. They just trying to get
The
to
trap house.
and they just trap. They
Look,
trap
it's
it.
the trap house.
And they trapping. The game's getting trapped out, pimped out, everything. You feel me? Scammed out, like, and it's just like, at some point, you know, it won't be the number one genre.
It will not, because we'll
And
let
then
it
what?
fall into obscurity, and then we will be we'll be left defenseless. But I also think that, you know, and we were talking about this like off camera. Fresh was explaining that I do a lot of different things, so I don't just do rap music. Like, I do rap, I do sing, I do a bunch of other stuff in my spare time though, because I'm a student, not just to rap, but just sound
Life sound.
in general. Like, I love sound. It does something very special to me. I have a very special interaction with music and sound across the board. So I do find myself looking to who I'll be when I'm like in my 50s. Like, dang, I wonder what kind of music you're making in your 50s, because I'm not going to be rapping no more. Like, I will probably rap in my spare time, but I'm more so like, I understand Andre when he like, I'm 50. What you want me to rap about? My colonoscopy? Like, do you want me to rap about going to get my colon clean? Like, you want me to rap
Yeah,
about all the vitamins that I'm on?
I think
And
so.
listen, you
I
can,
would love it.
but sometimes it don't resonate with you. He not there right now. Like, he's not in a place where rapping about that stuff feels good to him.
Yeah.
And we gotta honor our artists in that way. Like, if it don't feel good, don't make them do it. Because where does music come from? Where is music derived from? It's an emotional thing. It's an emotional outlet. It's an emotional undertaking.
And I don't want to hear it if you weren't trying to do it, to be
if
honest.
you didn't
Keep
feel it, I'm not gonna feel it.
If you're not excited about it, yeah.
Exactly. And that's where we get that oversaturation and everybody just making whatever.
Throw it out.
Throw it
Throw it
out.
And
Throw it out.
I've been there too, you know. And you know, I'm the type of person, like, I see the process through. I think I have my mind made up on what I need to do, and I know it's gonna change. But I execute. I go through with it, and don't let no one change what I'm doing. Like, this is what I believe in. And then I get to the end of it, and I'm like, you're an idiot. But now, you know, to do this, and now let's go for it. And it just, the cycle just never stops. But the thing is, you know, some of those cycles, you find success, you find something. When that cycle's over, people get stuck in that same loop of just trying to do that, and it never works again. So, it's like I feel that. I just think I'm gonna be rapping forever.
You will privately. I promise you. I promise you. At a certain
Oh.
point, it will become such a special thing that you won't want to share with other people. Like how Prince died, he had all that music sitting up there that he wasn't releasing to the world because it's not a job for people who love it, right?
They just creating albums and doing what they love to do.
This is what I love to do, especially if you can get to a place like, can you imagine what my life would look like if I was making money off of music and this was my full-time career that paid me full-time? I would never leave my home. I would probably have a studio set up in my house. I would wake up. I would do all of the things that I do, mommy-wise, right? Shoo them off to where they got to go. Ha, 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 bye, bye, bye. See you later. And I would spend the entire 8 hours that my children are gone writing and recording music. I might, go get some lunch. And especially if I'm not feeling it that day, I might do something else to kind of compel me to get that out. But I would always spend my life in like a creative daze. I wouldn't get out of it. I wouldn't tap out of it because I wouldn't have to. Like, it's paying my bill. I don't got to stop doing this. I do this every single day. Every single day, all day long, when I'm in the shower, at night, when I get out the shower, when I'm about to go to bed. Like, I would be able to just create. And that's the cheat code. Like, once you can get there, it's smooth sailing. It's so much stuff that we've probably never heard from some of our favorite artists. And we won't hear it because it's just a love letter from them to the art. It's not about making the money at a certain point. But again, you got to love it. Because if you don't love it, then it's always about making the money. It's always about keeping up with the trend. Because that's how you getting your bread and butter.
That's a cap on it. You put a cap on everything. If it's about the money or anything else outside of love for it. Because you got to be, and like you said, to get to that point, like we've been doing this a while. And you got to be a little bit crazy.
You got to be nuts.
To think the song is going to be the one and to not get discouraged when it's not.
Oh, for
and
sure.
to foolishly think the next one, oh yeah, it's cool. The next one's the one. This album, this video, this post, and
yeah, nah. Andre and Tupac have like a similar story in that regard. Like, Hey Ya, you remember that interview? He was like, yeah, I played Hey Ya for one of my homeboys. He was like, this ain't gonna go. Hey Ya is literally one of the biggest songs in the world, not just in hip hop, like
it's in ever.
Any song at like every race, every nationality of person I've ever met know Hey Ya. And somebody sat in the studio with that man and was like, this ain't it. I know whoever that is, it's probably like,
damn, I was wrong.
I missed the mark for real. I was just talking. Like, yeah, sometimes you just got to let it fly. Even Brenda's Got a Baby. They did not want him to put that song
Really?
in. They was like, nah, this is not what we looking for. They wanted the Tupac that they wanted.
Thug Life.
They wanted whatever they wanted from him.
Yeah.
But like,
but Pac,
that's one of his biggest songs.
That's one of his
biggest songs. And
message.
It's across the board. No matter what race of people. If you find a white person that like Tupac, Brenda's Got a Baby is probably one of his favorite songs. He like, that was the song that introduced me to Pac. And it's like, see what Following Your Heart gets you? Like To Pimp a Butterfly? Nobody wanted Kendrick to put that out.
No.
It was like, nah. Man put it out and won a Pulitzer Prize. First of all, I would have went to go get my Pulitzer and I would have put everybody on FaceTime with me like, and the next time I tell you it's going to go, it's going to go. Because sometimes you really just got to have that follow through. It happens all through the history of music. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. The greatest things, the things that make us feel the most alive are probably the product of somebody telling an artist, do not do that. And they was just like, nah, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway.
It's funny. I have an artist, homie. He was, I was venting to him about a breakup. And I did an album in like a month. I did like 25 songs. I was going crazy. Some of them is like so personal. Some
your heart was broke.
Oh, bro.
25 songs in a month.
Like in a month, just going stupid. Like every day after the gym, I get back, I record. And I was showing him a few of the ones that really stick out. And he was like, this fire is dope. He's like, you're not going to want to put these out in a month. I'm telling you, you're going to be over it. You're not going to want to. And a month came back around, and I was like, yeah, let me let me not only put them out, let's re-record, let's really polish this up, because this is a big part of my life, and it's not like, I don't know, like I would feel like I'm doing something because of what people think, not
Yeah.
because I want, like, yeah, it's personal, nigga. Oh, hey, what, you guys are so used to just getting the surface level, and I'm like, and it's bops. Don't get me wrong, it's not just some super conscious or like it's dope music and but the basis of it, whether I'm not talking about a direct situation or the general idea of it, like it's personal and it's dope and it's growth, and I'm gonna unapologetically be myself. And when you do that, I feel like that's when you get the hit, you get the viral moment, you
Yeah.
can't go into it like we're trying to do this. I feel like I've never went into a session like anytime I go into a session with trying to do something, it don't work out. I just go in there and just whatever fucking happens, happens. I might have some intention and move with purpose, but like you know, I I find myself I had to get out of that
Yeah.
because I was chasing it. I fell victim to everything. Maybe I do have to do it like
We all
this. Let
do.
me try. And I do it. I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, and I only did it 100%. So at the end of the day, I know myself when it's all said and done, whether I make it or not. Maybe God doesn't have that written for me. I don't know. Um, at least I can say I tried everything,
Yes.
and I did it, and I did it, and I did it morally where I did it morally cross a line where so I've never done that, but I've pushed it.
Yeah.
I've gone close to that line, and it doesn't feel comfortable.
Mm-mm.
That's when you start feeling like, damn.
I'm selling out.
And that's a weird feeling. I've never had that feeling like, damn, I sold out. Like I did something like, shit like that. But I've been places and seen opportunities and shit play out, and I'm like, damn, you did that, huh?
Every opportunity is not a good opportunity.
Mm-mm.
And I think, like you mentioned, where God is concerned, a lot of people are not walking with faith anyway, and they're not walking with blind faith. So they're coming from a place of like not having faith that things can work and they for their greater good, and they are just comfortable jumping at whatever opportunity presents itself. And I've never been that way. Like anything that I ever wanted, God gonna always make sure that I have it in my life. And I'm gonna look up one day and be like, dang, I really did end up getting what it was that I asked for. Maybe it didn't happen at this time and it wasn't with this group or these individuals, but it's going to happen. Like if it's yours, it's never gonna stop being
Not going
yours.
nowhere.
Don't worry about it. Don't rush. Don't anchor yourself in a position where you always in a state of despair. Don't let other people come to you and try to make you feel like you in a state of despair. I mean, I know I've had people do it to me in countless ways, especially when a new female rapper come out and they on the scene. They always come to me like, "Don't you wish that was you?" No, nigga. That's not my journey.
And I'm better than them.
Look,
That's just their turn. That's all.
listen, that's not my journey. I want a career that's going to extend well into my years. Like a lot of people make music for right now. I want to make music for forever.
I don't think I would want to blow up and only be here for 2 years. I would rather not. You should just left me down here grinding. I would rather stay here than to have that.
The longevity.
And you want that's that. And sometimes, like you said, people are chasing the tomorrow. I've had this conversation with Fresh. I like, nigga, take the take what you can make out of XYZ situation right now, and think if you did it like this for the next 6 months to a year, that bag is
Yeah.
bigger on the other end.
Yeah.
Way more money than what you could get. I know you could get it right now, but building something, the infrastructure and the laying the foundation right properly,
People don't know nothing about building.
they just start from the roof up.
Listen.
You know.
Listen, people don't know
the roof
nothing
down.
about building. That's why we got all these terrible podcasts. Yeah, I'm coming for y'all too. The bad podcasts, the bad music, it just all looks like nobody really wanting to build anything. Like I said this earlier, but all of the best music in the world has already been made.
Yeah.
Like,
I
that's
like
no
that.
offense to us.
I like that.
We definitely can make great music, but I'm talking about the best music that will ever be made. It's already been made. Everything that we do at this point is just a play on those styles, a play on those sounds, a play on those things. And the reason why it was the best music that was ever made is because that's what happens in the infancy stages. They're trying to figure things out, and this is what it sounds like to figure it out, and then this is what it looked like when you got it. So we've gone through all of the different like waves. Like they already created all of the genres, and now we just piggybacking off of it. Like
Creating more subgenres. Nothing. No.
sub and sub and sub and sub and sub genres. I'm like, listen, I do what I do. It's just art. You take it how you want to take it. Maybe you hear it and you think R&B. Maybe you hear it and you think soul. Maybe you hear it and you think rap. Whatever you think, I let you take what you want to take from it. I'm not trying to convince you to take anything from it. I'm not even trying to convince you to take it. I do this because I love it. And if I didn't love it, I wouldn't still be doing it. It's just that simple.
That's fly. That's fire. I gotta give you a round of applause for that. Cause it just seems like you have your mind made up about what you want to do, and I think that's it. I think that's really important because a lot of people just out here on that hamster wheel, just running, trying to make something happen and don't know what to do. And whenever I find myself there, the church, sometimes you just, that definitely gets me inspired. I be gassed up at the church. In the gym, there be certain things that I do to, you know, remind myself why I do this. When in the midst of being frustrated about your career, whatever, and with the homies in here recording today, they were stressed out, bumping heads. I'm like, you guys aren't having fun right now.
Yeah, just enjoy yourself.
I'm like, relax, nigga. Go in there and record it. We just rapping. We just having fun. When you guys start talking about business in the session,
No, you don't do that. Don't talk about business inside the session. Y'all make separate time
do that
for that.
later. You feel me? Because that's undivided. You
Put
feel me?
together a little
Attention.
meeting.
Yeah, so just fucking have fun and create dope shit. At the end of the day, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If there was any piece, we have a lot of, aspiring young artists on this platform and business owners and things like that, right? If you could give them one piece of advice or a couple, however it happens, what would you say to somebody up, particularly, the female rappers coming up, artists.
Female rappers coming up. I would say more than anything, know exactly who you are. And that's the business you stand on. Everybody talks about standing on business, and it's just like the beforehand needs to be you. You need to know who you believe in, what you subscribe to, and who you are. Once you know those things, everything else can take shape. Don't be afraid of time, because good things do in fact take time. Don't let anybody rush you to your finish line. Um, for real, it is in fact a marathon. Rest in peace, Nipsey. It is in fact a marathon. Like, do what you have to do to ensure that, again, when you get to the finish line, you feel whole, you feel happy. There's a career there that can be honored, and you don't have to look at the things that you decided to put out into the world and be fearful that somebody is going to get the wrong message from these things. Yeah, we understand how this goes when it's the sheep and the shepherd. Like, you do not lead these people into damnation. Say. But yes, you don't lead them down there. And yeah, like that's pretty much it. Know yourself. Know who you belong to, and yeah, do it the right way.
Yeah.
Don't just do it.
Don't cut corners.
Please don't cut corners.
Because it will catch up to you. And then you'll be looking real unprepared when you're in the studio with your dream producer or dream artist, and you're not as good as you thought you was. You know what I'm saying? I've been humbled, and plenty of times, in ways, and from not having your T's crossed and your I's dotted. You feel me? All around the board with your skill, just everything in life. You feel me? Especially, we getting older, and don't wait till you're technically a professional recording artist to act like one. You feel me? It's certain things you do. Like, I don't know. I've always kept myself on the pedal. Like, I'm a professional recording artist. I do this, and I want my business to reflect that.
Real.
you know, and
Yeah.
and I sometimes, you know, even, you know, with some of my peers and other people I see around, it's like
Mhm.
some people don't take it as serious as you should. I know we got life,
Yeah.
but I want to be a musician. I want that to be, what do you do? I'm a musician. I'm an artist. I'm an MC. Like, that's what I do. You feel me? There is
You want
nothing
that to
else.
be the actual job
Yeah,
title.
you
That's
feel
not
me?
a career.
So I'm a rapper. But, you know, during the day, I do, you know, my security gig. You know what I'm saying? I would like to,
It
like,
happens.
and, hey, it's
We
good, though. I'm
corporate
not knocking it.
creatives.
Yeah, we
Do
going
what
to
we gotta do.
do not sit around and not fuel what you got to do because it costs money. Studio time costs money. To get your own home studio costs money. To get content made, you know, all that good shit, like,
Cost money.
costs money. There's not, you pick the
But
most expensive hobby.
but that's the thing as well with it costing money, where people get caught up. Don't ever let them rope you into the idea that you can't go and get the money you need to get it done. And don't do the fast. Again, no fast money. Fast money ain't good money. And what other piece
Don't
of advice
crash
would
out
I
for
give?
it.
Yeah, don't crash out for it. Don't sell your soul. Don't crash
We
out.
want
Know
you here.
yourself. Um, what else? What else advice would I give?
Or what was some advice you might have got on your career that changed your whole existence as an artist or whatnot?
Some advice I got: never go to the studio alone with grown men.
Mm, lady, that's a see.
And I feel like we're seeing that play out, unfortunately, right now in the music industry, where so many different things are coming to the light. But yeah, as a woman, don't you ever show up to a studio full of grown men by yourself.
It's, it's so much different for what women have to watch out
Especially
for.
if they ask you. If they make it a point that they need you to be there alone, do not go.
Mm,
Do not go. I don't care who they saying they bring in, like, oh, we got such and such famous coming in and da. I need to have someone with me to feel comfortable. I don't want to go alone. I don't know y'all.
mm-hmm.
I don't want to be here in a compromising position alone with a gaggle of men. Like, do not go to these studio sessions alone. Do not drink. Do not smoke. Do not do coke. Don't do drugs. Okay? Don't get drunk around these people. Don't let nobody hold your cups. Again, it it's interesting outside for a female artist. It's interesting outside for men. So I'd
Yeah.
say, even as a man, also take
Yeah.
these advices
For
and
sure.
don't do those things. Don't
Mm-hmm.
participate in the hoo ha because
But especially for the female rappers coming in, because you know it's like there's a lot of dudes that are gonna be in the studio. We know what, you know, we know what it looks like. So it's like that's having to move. I'm glad you said that because that's something like
yeah,
you don't. I'm not thinking about what the ladies have to go through
of
moving into
course.
the industry. You know, and that's
Precautions. All precautions. Take
Mhm.
precautions. Yeah, that's the advice.
Yeah.
Take precautions.
that's dope.
Be aware at
Hmm.
all times. Um, and do it with your whole heart.
Mm.
Okay?
Not half of it.
Yeah.
The whole
Don't be
thing.
one foot in, one foot out. Do it with
That
your whole heart.
that ain't never got nobody nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And you know, before we get out of here, what's next? What what do you have on the calendar for 20? I was about to say 2024. For 2025.
Last year. 2025? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe somebody could put something on my calendar.
Mhm.
I don't know. Whatever comes my way,
Yep.
if it makes sense, it feels right, I'll be there. I'm not a recluse, but you definitely just not gonna find me out on a whim. So
Yeah.
if I'm there, it's because I either love the people that I'm there with. I came out for someone that I care about, or somebody that I know personally, and I love them and care about them as well.
Mhm.
But I don't just show up for nothing. So if you see me, it's because I value the people that I'm there for.
Mhm.
And if you don't see me,
I ain't
because
fucking
it's-
with y'all. No,
no,
I'm
it's
just joking.
because it's a school night.
Yeah, it's a school.
And I can't be out past 10 o'clock on a school
Mhm.
night because I have work in the morning. I got stuff to do. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
There you go.
I don't know. But I'm definitely going to drop music. Don't know when. Don't quote me on that. But it'll be some stuff coming out. So,
Mhm.
stay on the lookout for that. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we looking forward to it and all that. And thank you for coming. And you know what, you know, make sure you let the people know one more time where they can find you at, where they can find your music, where they can follow and subscribe to you at, and all that good stuff.
Find me everywhere at Enjonu. Low key, I almost forgot to say my own name. But Enjonu everywhere. SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram, all of the streaming services. Do I got anything else? I got some other stuff, I'm sure. If you type in my name, it's gonna come up. Yep.
And that's your real name?
Mhm.
That's dope. What
Yeah.
does it mean? Does it have a meaning?
You know what? It means something in like 3 different languages. I just don't know which
Which one is the
just-
to
yeah.
take?
I don't
Whichever
know.
one sounds the most fly.
whatever does what it needs to do.
You know what
It
I'm
applies
saying?
to me.
Yep, there you go. And you know, I thank you for coming through.
No, thank
feel
you for
me?
inviting me. Thank you for having me out.
And we hope to have you back. You know, we still got, you know, we're gonna get some content, you know, whether it's tonight or another time. Regardless, we're gonna film some videos, some music reels,
For
and
sure.
do all
I
that
definitely
kind of.
come back. Y'all
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah. Where you at? You in the city?
Far. I'm in the city.
You in the city, yeah. So and it's getting late. I know you got Young in here
I'm
with
finna
you.
be in traffic for 2 hours.
What's tonight? Saturday?
Nah, probably not going back, but coming, it
yeah.
was mad traffic.
Oh, yeah,
Like
'cause
4
you put-
accidents.
Yeah, I believe it. Anytime, you know, I want to let you guys know from LA when we go out there, when you guys go out here and there's traffic, I don't feel bad for you guys at all
Why?
because we've been doing that for 10 years.
First of all, nobody told y'all to move way out here to the middle of nowhere.
Hey, the city, we can't do nothing. We have to go to the city. You know,
I like that though.
we have to.
That
What's up?
separation. Like I
Yeah,
low key want to
it's
buy a
dope.
house out here, so
Yeah.
I don't have to be in the city, the hustle and bustle, and I can just choose to go when
It's
I
almost like a different state over here. It's
Exactly.
really
I
different.
appreciate that about
Different
this
music
place.
scene, all of
Yeah.
that. Different. It's just different. But you know, there's definitely we're definitely bridging the gap between, you know there was the LA IE
Beef.
thing. You know that's like a on Instagram thing. Yeah.
Half of the people that live in the IE came from the hood.
That came from the city.
They
and
parents
if not, you
figured
been
out
here.
how to make it do what it do. They stretched
Mm-hmm.
that black dollar and they bought them houses out here.
And you know that's why and you know it's either it's being out here in Mobile, it's a melting pot. You
Yeah.
feel me? Even if you got a hood, the hood's out here. The hoods be
Yeah.
out here. It might be niggas from all other hoods in the city, but we out here now.
Low key,
You
I'm
feel
still
me?
mad at my mom and them for not moving us down here. We was the only ones in the city for real, huh? Everybody moved to the valley. We was the last ones that just stayed there. And I was like, I never see my cousins. I'm never around people I know. I'm never like, why would y'all keep us down? And it ain't like they had to keep us down there. They just did. I can't believe them.
Yup.